Hi, so I got this storage cabinet on Amazon. So it's a two-piece. I have the boxes open showing what it came packaged with. This has 2-inch cushion on the ends and one on the sides. So I'll take everything out and show it with all the parts next. So I have all the pieces laid out. I have the instructions right here. And then I'm just getting organized of my pieces. So when I start on the installation, I can follow the steps. So step one, I've got both big, large pieces with that little slit. I'm gonna start putting the screws. So you're gonna be using a screwdriver, putting in all these where it's kind of like a plastic spot. So I have one right there, I have two here, and then I'm gonna put two. I'm gonna do this one and this exact one, and I'm gonna put them in all of them, and I'll come back and do the next step. So once you have all these screwed in, the next step is doing the dowel. There's gonna take 3 shelves, and you got your top, middle, and bottom. Your bottom has that little slit, and then these match. So what I'm going to do is follow the instructions. Is you have these holes on the top, so when you look at the instructions you can see like a smooth side. So what I'm going to do is, it already has the dowel. I'm going to be placing this in. There's a hole, and then the dowel helps the extra support. So that's step one. And then I'm gonna go through the rest of the other, and I'll just go to the next step. Finishing up step 2, I'm gonna put dowels here, and then I'll follow the process all the way through. So now the next step is I'm gonna be installing this where there's those bolts up. It's gonna go in, turn, and catch and lock in place. So I'm gonna be putting them in. The instruction says 6. So I got 1, 2, and I'll just start going in. So you put it in, twist, and go until it is secure, and go from the next one. Step 3 is you're gonna put these supports in. There's 4 of them. You're gonna put them down, and then step 4 is you're gonna slide this backing that is white down through in the groove, and it's going to go all the way, as you can see, behind the shelving, in front of the support, behind the shelving. So now you got the top. You're just going to line these screws in with the bolts and the supports. I'm going to go in the back side and get the supports so they line up, and then it'll slowly go down, as you can see. So I'm just going to get that in. All the way down, nice and secure. So now you're going to be putting in these pieces into So after the last step of tightening these all around the whole backside, you're gonna do the legs. You're gonna untwist the feet so you can get a good spot in the screws. And you're gonna take 4 screws per leg. And I'm gonna be installing the legs right now. Now that you get the bottom leg done, you're just gonna be going and putting the feet back on. And I'm just gonna go all the way so they're the same length. But you could adjust it with it if you have a certain spot that's unbalanced. You can loosen a leg and get them so they're all square and flush. So the cabinet is nice and steady. So you're gonna line it up where you want. There is, as you can see, there's 2 spots to screw it in. I'm gonna use 2 screws and install from there. So now I'm gonna be building the pull-out drawer. So you're gonna have the sides. You're gonna use 16 of these and 12 dowels. You're going to be doing exactly the same on this one. And then this is my base. And then I have the same thing I'll be putting here, a screw, and then this will come on the back side. We'll go with that route. So now that you got these screwed in with the dowels, you're going to have the nice smooth side and have smooth on this. You're going to do the lengthwise and then do the ends last, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I have that in, and then when you have the ends, you're able to put in the sides, get it so it lines in, and then you got your dowels, and slowly guide it in versus forcing it in. And once they're in, just slowly go, and then I'm gonna go to the other side, and then I will be putting in these and screwing in and tightening it up. So what you're gonna do is you screw in the handle on the back side, and there's that little notches. That's where the screws will have a little space to go in. And then you take the only two of these bolts that are matching, put them through, and there is a plastic piece that you drill, that you screw into. So what I'm gonna do is now tighten these up and finish this, and I'll go to my next step on this. So now I'm gonna be putting in these brackets that go with the slide, the drawer that will go in. So I have them the right way, and the instructions that shows this in the middle. And then I'm gonna take 4 wood screws per each. 2, I'm gonna go down 2 right here and here, and then I'll take the next angled right there. So it's gonna be 4 for each piece. So I have them installed, and I'm gonna put them in the guide. Let's see, right here, gotta get it clipped in. So now when you get it fully clipped in underneath, it'll clip in place. It has that nice smooth gliding door. So what I'm gonna do is you put 4 of these in per shelf, and then in the cabinet, you're gonna be screwing these in to adjustable where you want, and they're gonna lock right into place right here. So with the screws, I went in the middle on all of them, but you can customize how you'd like. If you want to do a short one and then another one and have a lot of height for maybe for pantry or storage, you have something larger, you can definitely change that up. But this is just equal level. So each one has 3 different that you could do. So you could, like I said, put a shelf here and here, and then have a large on both spots. So all you're gonna do is put it in. Lines up with that plastic that I pushed in, and then these shelves lock in place on those screws. All right, so step 15 is you're gonna put these in here, use the screws that comes, and you're gonna install it on the doors, and then go to the cabinet, put them on there, and then I have the next step, putting on the handles on the back side, obviously, instead of screw in there. So for your doors, you're gonna have the hinges. You screw in the 2 here, and then you're gonna have 2 that you have plastic that you screw into. And then once you get them all aligned, kind of how you want, you're gonna want to have the hinges or the handles facing the same, because you could have them mismatched. So you wanna have them so you have about equal flush on the top, and then screw in the remaining. And then all you do is take a screwdriver and put on your handle and screw it on and get it nice and tight so you don't have any rattle in it. So when you go through, you have all the hinges done, screwed in, and your polo drawer. So this is the finished product. As you can see, it's a great solid pantry door, or you could use it for storage, or even a closet if you want to use a closet. So if you're looking for a universal multi-purpose storage unit, you can get this one on Amazon.